Hey friends, welcome to eSports, your go-to for all things football. From wild transfer rumors to behind-the-scenes drama, we've got it all covered. Now let's jump into the news. Welcome back to eSports, where we break down the biggest transfer stories every day. Today, Højlund offered out on loan, Newcastle's striker hunt, and Chelsea saying goodbye to a young defender. Let's get straight into it. Let's start with the headline grabber. According to Sky Sports, Manchester United's 21-year-old forward Rasmus Højlund has been offered on loan to Bayern Munich. This is a bit surprising, because United only signed him last year for big money, and expectations were sky high. Now, Bayern have been linked with several strikers as they continue their search for the perfect replacement after Lewandowski's departure a while back. Højlund is on the list, but Bayern aren't rushing. They're carefully evaluating their options, because for a club like Bayern, every signing in the striker position is a long-term investment. Meanwhile, Napoli have jumped into the mix. Reports say they're seriously negotiating a loan deal for Højlund. And honestly, a move to Syria might make sense. Napoli need firepower after losing Osimhen, and Højlund could fit right in with their attacking system. So the question is, does United really want to give up on Højlund this quickly, or is this just a temporary solution to ease pressure on their squad? Either way, this is one transfer saga we'll be hearing a lot more about in the coming weeks. Now, over to England. Newcastle United are still desperately trying to add depth to their attack. Injuries and inconsistency last season showed anyhow just how thin their forward line really is. According to the Daily Mail, Newcastle have been chasing Yoane Wissa from Brentford, but with that move proving difficult, they've turned their eyes elsewhere. Enter Alexander Sørloth, the tall Norwegian striker who has been making a name for himself at Villarreal. His physical presence and goal-scoring record make him an attractive option for the Premier League side. But that's not all. Another Norwegian, Jørgen Strand Larsen, currently at Wolves, is also under consideration. The catch: Wolves have absolutely no interest in selling. They see him as a key player for their campaign, and they're shutting the door firmly. So Newcastle are at a crossroads. Do they push hard for Sørloth, who could adapt to the Premier League quickly, or do they keep searching for other targets? Either way, the Magpies need someone who can share the workload with Callum Wilson and Alexander Isak, because a long season with Champions League football on top requires serious depth. And finally, a confirmed deal that has already been sealed. Chelsea's 22-year-old defender Renato Veiga has officially joined Villarreal. The deal is worth €25 million upfront, with another for €0.5 million in add-ons potentially coming later. Now here's the fascinating part. Veiga has signed a 7-year contract with Villarreal. That's a huge commitment for both player and club, showing just how much they believe in his potential. Chelsea, however, weren't foolish. They included a 40% sell-on clause in the agreement. This means that if Villarreal eventually sell Veiga for a big fee, almost half of that money will head back to Stamford Bridge. It's a clever move, especially for a club that's been criticized for letting go of young talents without securing future profits. For Chelsea, this transfer is part of their ongoing squad reshaping project, trimming down the roster and focusing on players who fit their long-term vision. For Villarreal, though, this is a chance to secure a defender they can build around for years to come. So, there you have it, 3 big stories shaking up the transfer market. Højlund possibly heading to Germany or Italy, Newcastle struggling to lock down a striker despite a growing shortlist, and Chelsea cashing in on Veiga while keeping an eye on his future value. Which one do you think will create the biggest headlines by the end of the window? Drop your opinions below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to eSports, where football never stops.